Hello to you, my friends and brothers, and all my fans of YouTube, and all my subscribers. So, what's the good news for today? The main thing that I did today was I slept until 12 p.m. and today was the last day of my work for this, officially my last day at work for my current job. And so today I'm completely done with this. But I had to return my laptop to the IT department, so I gave my laptop to a service called Pack and Send, which is a parcel delivery service, which is UK wide, and I gave it to Pack and Send today. They come and pick it up at your home, and then they send it to wherever you want. So I sent it to Portugal for uh, delivery, and so that ends my job with this current company, and I'm waiting for some news from. I'm not waiting for anything actually from the first company that I got a job with, which is the gambling company. I don't have to do anything. I just have to do the onboarding stuff. Like I have to fill up some forms and give them my uh, yeah bank details so that they can give me the salary and stuff like that. So I have to finish my onboarding stuff. And with my second job, I'm still waiting for the reply from them whether they are going to they have finished their referencing and that they can actually give me the job. I mean, tell me the offer that the offer is ready for me. And once that is done, I can decide which job to take, because at the moment I'm not very sure. I want to go for a job which is 3 days work and 2 days at home. I want to work in a job which is completely remote, just like the one in Oxford, and it gives me, and they only want me to come to the office 2 days a month just for showing up, that I'm a real human being. And so that makes it a very good job offer, but at the same time I'll have to consider whether I can, if I have to drop that job, I can also ask them if they can give me a better salary. So my first preference is the Oxford job, but the Oxford job is slightly lower salary, so I can drop that. But before dropping it, I can ask them if they can raise the salary so that I can take that job. Otherwise, I've already done everything for my first job. The first job is all ready for me to take, but as you know, everybody knows that the office, working in an office is not fun anymore. There are a lot of immature young people who don't like older people, and especially I am from an older generation. They're probably all like 10 years younger than me, or 20, who knows. So these younger people will start to bully me and think that they are, and it's very shameful to be bullied by younger people, especially because they just probably got they probably got the about 5 years experience in software. But me too, I've got 5 years experience in software, but before that I have 15 years of work experience in different areas like research and different areas. So in terms of work experience, I am much more experienced than them, but I do feel like slightly embarrassed by the possibility of getting bullied by younger people, especially when they are saying that I've got a baby, I've got a child, and I don't have a family, I don't have children, and I don't have a wife. And the main problem with working in an office is usually people bragging about their wife, people bragging about their family, and people bragging about their uh, husband, wife, and buying a house, buying a new car, buying this. So it becomes more like a status war. So it becomes more like always bragging about your status so that you can get a promotion, or just telling people, like just using your power in a very uh, uncontrolled fashion, like continuously harassing someone for not having children or not having a family. It's not good. Like if you say once that, okay, I told you I don't have a family, so leave me alone, don't bring up that issue again. but they will keep on bringing that until you are dead, basically. Until you come to a point where you can't take it anymore, and you might give them a reaction, and at that time they'll realize, they will say, oh, you are you have exploded or something like that. So that's the main issue. Like, that's the problem with working in an office. While working remotely, that's also possible that they can bully you, but there's some, most of the times working remotely, they also bring their wife in the Zoom calls. Like, the wife will be sitting just next to them, and they are looking at their wife and smiling, and bringing up their wife in everything. So the advantage of remote is that you can't do that much, but if that in the real if you, in the real in-person working office, that's not possible. You can, it's always in your face. They can even call their husband to the workplace and act like act like they are a victim, and they need to be protected by their husband or wife, and they'll come to the office. Sometimes they bring their dogs to the office, sometimes they bring their children to the office. Nothing wrong with that, as long as the people who don't have children and don't have wives are not considered completely useless people because you brought your wife to the office. So that's a major problem with the world right now. Is like the haves versus the have-nots. It's an evil vicious cycle, and usually the people who have something, they are given more of it. So if they already have a wife, most of the girls will already be flirting with a man who already has a wife. And in case where let's say I don't have a wife or children or anything like that, and in this case, if some single girl starts to flirt with me, then the people who have wives and children, they will start to get very angry. They get so angry that you will face the ultimate wrath of these people. They will make sure that you lose your job. So that's what happened with my current job. Like we had a in-person like conference once for our job, and everyone came from America, from the UK, and everyone came to a hotel to meet for a conference, for a 2-day conference. And there, I think I was talking to I was talking to all colleagues, like male, female, everyone. But my boss, who has a very unattractive, he's probably like 70 or something, 65, 70 or something. And he's obviously an alcoholic. And usually the alcoholics have some problems anyway, because they seem to be normal at some point, but most of the time, and at some point they become completely out of control. They have so much aggression in them. The alcoholics are always like that. One time they are behaving nicely, and the other time they are in such a bad mood that they will break down everything. Like they are completely unpredictable assholes. So he just did not like me talking to any of my colleagues, and even he stopped me from talking to like any other, even male colleagues. So they don't like you talking to anyone. And it turned out that this guy was, in the end, was so pissed off with that he kept on harassing me till the end. For the last whole 2 years, the guy has been trying to put me in my place. Like, I'm an Indian, so I need to be behaving like an Indian. Like, I need to be only talking to Indians. So they only brought me. So they brought some guy with the same name as me, and they hired him, and they put me in my place. And in fact, they even replaced me with that guy. So that kind of evil mentality. I mean, I don't care about their evil mentality, because I know that I'll finally have to leave this job, because this guy is the one who gave me the job, and also he's the one who negotiated the salary with me. So he actually reduced my salary a lot. So I could have got much more than what I was getting. So this time when I got the new job, I obviously got the one which I had requested for in the first place in this current job. So I was already not happy with the salary that I was getting. So I knew I had to leave this job so that I can get a better job with a higher salary. So usually that's how it works in software. You don't get raises, you don't get promotions, you just leave the job and go for a new job. Simple as that. And so that's my problem with in person. I mean, that's the same issue happened with remote. So there's no real difference. The guy who is above you, like the manager, line manager, he's gonna shit on you. That's it. Like we are all like birds sitting on branches. The birds sitting on the top branch are going to shit on the birds sitting on the bottom branches. So yeah, the manager is like the branch manager. Let's say there's a manager at the top branch, and then we are all at the bottom branch. So he shits on everyone, and the people who are below me, and so I will be shitting on the people below me. So it's like the top to bottom shitting process happens in an organization. And there is unbelievable, the racism is just unbelievable. Like in tech industry, like they have so much racism. It's I cannot really express it. Like I didn't really think that there is so much racism in this. Like it's not very. Even though they are racist, they will not like get rid of you immediately. So they will be trying to put you in your place all the time. And if they can't finally deal with it, if they still cannot deal with it, they are so jealous, then they will get rid of you. So simple as that. So if you are not, if you look like someone who is beneath them, then it's fine. They're okay with that. You have to show that you're always less than them, that you have no idea, you're stupid, and things like that. So that's the news for today. That's my main thing about. So it's not the news for today. This is just my rant about remote work versus in-person work. So who knows? It's all about your luck. If I might do better in a remote workplace, maybe the remote workplace will give me better chances for promotion, getting higher up the ladder. But the remote work, as I read somewhere on the internet, that you will not get promotions, and your social life will be completely destroyed. You have no social life. But on the other hand, there's some people who also say that you can get better, you can be more healthy in a remote work place. So when you're working remotely, you'll be healthier. I find that it's true. If I can go to the gym maybe 2 times a day in a remote, when I'm working remotely, and I can work anywhere, I can go anywhere in the UK, I can go settle down on the sea, on the beach somewhere. I can go and live in Dover, or somewhere in Wales next to the beach. I can rent anywhere. I can, let's say, live on a canal, like on a boat. So that's the amazing thing about remote work. And yeah, who wants to live in these cities anymore? It's just ridiculous. And maybe in remote work you can also work yeah, so there's a lot of flexibility. You can go into the cafe and work from a cafe. You can work in your backyard. You can work in your shed, or you can go somewhere in a nice place where you can yeah, you can just relax and work and things like that. So as long as you can take your laptop and stuff anywhere, you can work like that. So what's the other news for today? So the other news for today is that I did Savio trading today, and I had a very good experience of trading. I put some money into Tesla and I lost almost $150 in the beginning. Then I made up for all the losses, and completely, because the first $150 loss was because I was not following any method. I just thought, oh, everybody is going into, it's like FOMO, the fear of missing out. Everybody was investing in Tesla, and Tesla was going up like crazy, like 270. It went to 270 from 250 or something today. And so I was so pissed off. So I just kept on buying more Tesla. But unfortunately, as soon as I bought it, it started coming down like crazy. So it went to when I bought it at 270, it came down to 265. When it came down to 265, started going up again, and then started going down again. It was so crazy. Like, that's why finally I realized you just have to stop going after these FOMO kind of trades. No more FOMO trades. Place the trades based on your method. I have a method, I have a strategy. using RSI and MACD. So I use the RSI and MACD to place my trade, simple as that. Then I use my RSI and MACD technique. I looked at Tesla RSI and MACD. Tesla RSI was going down, MACD was going down, simple. I placed the trade, I sold Tesla. I easily made $150. I made up for all my losses. It was not a revenge trade, it was more like a technical strategical trade where I wanted to make use of the technique. I didn't want to get back, like it was not a revenge trade. So after that I did some also other two trades, which are Autodesk and Adobe. These were also based on RSI and MACD. So I used these two techniques to do the trades, and then I got almost $10 to $30 profit. And after that um, so I made up all the profits, I made up for all the losses, and in the end I had only $12 loss for the day, which is just amazing because I usually do not lose money. Usually cannot get back once I lose so much money. So I had a very good experience today of getting back on my trading. Get back, like save my. I'm also saving my account from getting deleted. I didn't want to get my account to delete. So that's a great experience, because yesterday I lost $600 and today I lost. If I had lost again to $600 today, I would have lost my account. So if this keeps on going, like every day you lose 100 and 100 and 100, something like that, at the end of the day, if your account goes down below like $19,000, then you are basically losing your account, simple as that. So I saved my account, and now I have much more confidence to take up these trades with more technique, and now I know when to take the profits, when to take the losses, when to sell, when to buy. And yeah, with this knowledge I probably can make a living out of it. Maybe if in the future I will do it, and with a remote job I probably have more of a chance of doing this, but I don't want to risk my job actually. So I'll keep this to maybe sometimes when there's more work, there's not much work to do. But overall I am getting better at this technique. And yeah, my Forex account, I took a bad trade, and it's 300 below 100,000, and my other stock account is at 97,000, or maybe 97,800. So it's close to 98,000. So that's pretty good news. I'm doing very well. I'm saving my account from destruction, and I'm learning a lot in trading. Sometimes it's just better to not take trades. So what else do I have to talk today? Nothing much. Waiting for my laptop to reach Portugal safely. There was some and also I'm really tired of these people bringing up people to view my room, because I'm leaving my room, and so these people are the current landlords. They are the letting agents are harassing me, sending me 5 emails every 5. They've already sent me like 10 emails in the last one whole week, sending me, like harassing me. It's like when I found this room, I didn't there was nobody in the room, so it was probably like some abandoned little old place, shitty place, and I knew that nobody's going to take it. The room is pretty like disgusting, because the toilet, there's just a curtain, and you can't really have a room with a curtain for the toilet. You need to build at least a door which does not allow your shit to, the smell of your shit to go out of that room. But this is just ridiculous. And they even increasing the rent, and they increased the rent from 350 to 400. So, and also all the people in the house are not really normal people. They are like typical West Midlands people, like some kind of weird mental illness, like aggressive people. One of the guys actually gets drunk once in a while, and starts talking shit to me like, don't throw stuff in my bin and don't throw stuff in my plastic bag. Like everybody has their own plastic bag on their food cabinet, and then they put their waste in the food cabinet. And this drunk guy, he always he has this pattern of getting drunk once in 3 or 4 days whenever he gets really frustrated, and then he starts talking shit to me. Like whenever he gets drunk, he starts talking shit, like saying things like, "Oh, you and me, we have the same cup. Oh, did you talk to that guy?" And like he's trying to make some kind of politics inside the house, because there's a couple inside the house, like an English couple, like a boy and his girlfriend. They're probably like very young, so I don't really um, try to mess with them. Like I just the guy always keeps saying hi mate and things like that, but I don't even try to look at them because I avoid them at all costs, and they still try to keep coming into the room when I'm in the kitchen. So that's the problem of living inside a shared house. Even though it's clear that I don't want to talk to them, they want to come into the kitchen when I'm in the kitchen. And yeah, it's like they are creepy kind of people. Like they like to steal your energy. They try to uh, even though it was clear that I'm not interested in talking to you, like they try to show off, try to wear special perfumes or things like that, and come into the kitchen, and saying new things like at first he used to say hello mate, and also being very aggressive, coming into the room only in his underwear, and he's like 6 foot something, like very very tall. But then now there's another guy who came into the house who is also like 7 foot or something, and that guy is also English, but he doesn't ever linger around in the kitchen and things like that. But this couple is actually very aggressive. They try to usually they try to bully you a lot, and still that even that girl who is living with him, she was bullying me a couple of days ago, yesterday, day before yesterday. Like she's waiting in front of my car when I parked my car in front of my house. Sometimes she's actually waiting right in front of my. She has put her car right in front of my car, and looking at me from inside her car and smoking a cigarette and trying to show off. So with that, she's uh, she's got some attitude. She's trying to show that she has a very rich dad, and she's got a nice dog, and she brings her dog from her house. But most of the time she's living inside, living in this with this guy, and I don't know how they manage it, because that room. I mean, I don't know if they have a completely sealed toilet, because if it's just like my room where the toilet is just a curtain, and I don't know how they will smell each other's shit like that. As a couple, you should not be like smelling each other's shit, but maybe they are another level of horniness that they don't even care about their shit smell. And who knows? Maybe they are into shit. All that scatological fetishes. Who knows? Uh, yeah, that's one of the things with this England actually. Towards the south, there's a lot of kinky people around. There's a lot of things like dogging, and people have a very the country is basically full of douchebags who just want to have crazy sex and forget about everything else, like sex addicts. Like they have a famous term called dogging. So they do dogging all the time. Like dogging is when you go into the bushes and then have sex everywhere, anywhere you like, and then yeah, they have all these kind of swingers and all these secret swingers clubs everywhere, and yeah, they try to like do all those kinds of things. This couple in my house, they try to kind of suggestive, being very sexually, suggestive and things like that in the house, which is a bit of a headache for me, because you have to be very careful, because these people are trying to like do some kind of strange arrangement, or maybe they're trying to suggest something, or trying to act like they're suggesting something, like to make me like tempted or something like that. So yeah, I try to keep my distance from these losers, and they just think that for them at the moment they think sex is everything, and so you have to stay away from losers like that, because yeah, they think they've got the world. They think they have conquered the world because they are both good looking, but apart from that they are absolutely nothing. They're just good looking, but their character is slightly immature at the moment, and they are typical like English douchebags who drink all the time, and they used to do a lot of marijuana. They smoke a lot of weed all the time and smoke cigarettes all the time. So it's very like typical douchebags, like not very good. They might end up being criminals at some point, and it's pretty common in the UK to become criminals after a while. And they also allow you to commit some crimes when you are young, and they don't care about it, because as long as you're white and British, then everything is good. You can become a prime minister at some point, even if you commit crimes, as long as you're white and British. And the main reason is that a lot of them, a lot of the white British gave up their lives during the World War, so they saved the world apparently from everything. So they saved the world from Hitler, and they saved the world from the Axis powers. So they think that now they deserve everything. Now they can do anything they want, and they can still they're still and their colonial past, and they think they've done so much good to the world by bringing their English education to all the colonies they were in. And I don't know, it's a very debatable topic. um, and yeah, maybe it was a good influence on India, because India is now the biggest democracy in the world, but it does not automatically mean that now they are going to be the slaves of England or America, because they have to somehow see that the power balance is very strange in Asia, because although China is a partner of China is actually a business partner of America. In terms of power, China is starting to gain power, and if China gains power, it's somehow friendly with America and doing a lot of business. But India will be a victim of that, so India will be having to get destroyed by China. So China is the most dangerous thing in that part of the world. So they're harassing Taiwan, harassing all these people, like in all these countries like Philippines, and Burma is completely destroyed, and Tibet is gone. Tibet is non-existent anymore. So India is basically in a bit of a danger. That's why India has to look at itself, um, look after itself. So it has to become friends with Russia in that sense, because China is such a powerful country that America cannot do much in that sense. So Russia can only help. Only Russia is the one who helped when America was helping Pakistan. So America was helping Pakistan with all the nuclear weapons. So India had to do something to save itself. So again, I think Russia used to help India with a lot of weapons in the past, and that's why. Otherwise, it was in deep shit, and they had to build their own nuclear weapons, uh, and at the time India had a lot of sanctions as well. I think it was in the 1990s, and India was almost like in the same situation as Iran, and but the Indians didn't give a shit, and they built their nuclear weapons, and now they have nuclear capability by their own hard work. So now they are appreciating India, because they have no other choice, because in the past, if India had no nuclear weapons, India would be in the same situation as in Iran. So Iran would be, for example, now Iran is a complete, bitch of the whole world, because they don't have nuclear weapons. All the countries can destroy Iran now. Even Russia pretends to be a friend of Iran, but all these communist countries, they're not really friends. You have to be very careful. Like even Russia is you can pretend like it's a very friendly country, but look at what it did to. They actually invaded Afghanistan. They actually invaded Iran. they actually invaded all the countries around them. So all these communist countries are a bit risky countries. Even China, the communist country next to us, they invaded us. They took maybe small parts of. They even came deep into somewhere in the Nagaland, I think in the Sikkim and all those places, and the northeast India, close to the Himalayas. So we were only saved because of the Himalaya mountains. Otherwise, China would be actually reproducing so fast with their population that even now most of the northeast India is full of like people who look like the Chinese. So they obviously came from Tibet and all those regions. So if there was no Himalayas, our whole country would be full of like a mixed population. So we would be more like Kazakhstan. So yeah, I mean, even now the states, the northeast Indian states of India are they don't really identity. Their identity is not really Indian. They don't understand what India is, and they always keep saying that Indians are racist. And even though they're part of India, they think that Indians are racist. So it's very interesting, and they also start to like China because China is going to give them some weapons, or that's what happened in Nepal. And Nepal was being helped by China to get Maoist party to power. So yeah, so that's the problem with India. So why am I talking about all of this? It's because mainly because why am I talking about all of this? Yeah, why was this topic coming up? It was India versus, yeah. So yeah, so this is the recent thing about, because India is now starting to become more friends with Russia, so that it doesn't get into deep shit. Because I definitely think that it's a good move to become, because China is not trustworthy. They can destroy your, they can start attacking you on any day. They can bring, they're also populating their border areas with a lot of aircrafts, military aircrafts. And so with that, so why was I talking about all of this? Why is India, yeah, that's my main, that's the main thing I was thinking about today, is why India, why Narendra Modi had gone to Russia to meet with the with Putin, and they had Putin gave him the highest honor or medal or something like that for the Russia's highest medal, which was interesting anyway. But apart from that, another interesting thing is now we have a Labour government with Keir Starmer in the UK. So it seems a bit like a strange vacuum at the moment. I don't understand what's going on in the country, and the Tories and the Reform Party are now a bit in a bit of a fight with each other, because the Tories think that you can only have one right-wing party in the right, according to Suella Braverman, and I don't know what Keir Starmer is up to. He's going to introduce some very drastic or tough measures according to him, but I don't know. I think he's a good guy, and he might not really create any problems for UK, but I think he might, personally I think he's a good choice for the UK. He's not really like a complete left-wing lunatic, but he has some kind of like balanced approach. Maybe he's kind of a Tory himself. Like when he was like in the opposition, they thought Labour was again very similar to a Tory party. So he looks like a Tory, and the way he behaves, the way he speaks, there's not much difference between Tory and Labour anymore. And but yeah, with that, now I'll have to end my talk. I can't have everyday 30-minute talks, and I don't know what's going on today. So apart from that, so my trading is going well. My investing account was slightly took a beating today because all the stocks were down. Alibaba is slightly rising up. I think it's around 78 today, like 76 or 78. Alibaba is moving up, and when Alibaba moves up, it's strange because when China's stocks are going up, all the US stocks are going down. It's very weird. So all the US stocks, Google was down to 188 from 191. Facebook was down to 524 to from 530. Palantir was again down from 28 to 27 something, yeah. And GigaCloud again was 31 from 32. So that's pretty much it from my side. I'll end this talk today. I'm feeling much better today. I had a lot of sleep, nothing much to do, very lazy, and the trading was good. I don't know, I have to practice my software somehow, start focusing on my software skills, start working on my building some. Yeah, I was thinking of building my own software website where I can give trading advice to people. I can give some daily advice to people who want to set up some trades. So I got this idea from Stock B50 list, which automatically builds up like a Excel sheet every day with a 50 with some top like a which are with some stocks which are going to make a big move. So I have to keep checking on that every day because it seems like a very useful thing to know. And with that, I also have yeah, I can build a website like that where I can give daily advice on which stocks to invest in. If you invest in this stock today, you can make some money. Simple as that. And I also give some advice on that. So I think the best way to learn trading is by teaching trading. So I'll make a trading platform for people to learn trading. Simple as that. And maybe I'll also have some user accounts and things like that to for people to log in and to use this tracking software. Yeah, something like that. Very interesting. So trading is a good way to use my software skills to build up a website, give people some advice. Yeah, that's a good idea. So I'll end my talk now. And it's raining, that's why I was standing in this shelter today. And with that, so I did my shoulder workout today and it was a good workout. You might actually check my shoulder workout today. So with that,